Hello everybody and welcome back to the Valley, the old farm. So the job we're doing today, well the first job we need to do, I forgot to do in the last episode. We need to do some weed killing. So we're going to go around here, I'm going to jump into my New Holland, which is situated just here. Look at this baby. This has replaced the Massey. It's beautiful. Just the Massey, there's nothing wrong with the Massey, but just something with it. It just wasn't quite working right. Every time you hook up to any equipment and turn, it was catching itself. So yeah, decided to swap it out and go for a New Holland, because I don't think I've done much with the New Holland. So what we're going to do, we're going to just go over here. We're going to select the weight and we're going to drop the weight off. And then we're going to go into here, this little shed here, which we haven't been in for a while. Oh, it's... yeah, we need to pick up the back thing first. We're going to grab the herbicide. And we need to tackle the weeds because I forgot the weeds in the oat field. Now, the oat field is... oh, it is the front one first. Oh, dear. It's one of them days. Let me get this sorted. So now all attached, we are going to go and unfold. We are full of herbicide. This is the field that we need to tackle. Now you can see it's quite full of weeds, but it's not far off. It says we can harvest in this month or next month. Well, it's not quite ready yet. So it must be next month, so this is a good time to go through and hit it with herbicide, get rid of the weeds. Otherwise it's going to affect the yield when we do come to harvest. So let's just see if we can try and get lined up here on the edge. This thing's massive. Got a feeling we're going to hit a few trees with this, but let's just turn her on. Let's just go through. Try and get as many of the weeds as we can. We'll zoom out a little bit so we can see a bit better. I don't know how much that on the edge is actually weeds or if it's just like bush. Yeah, I think it's not disappearance. I think it's just a bit of bush. So we're going to go through, get this done, and then I've got a bit of an idea. Something that might make us some money, but we've got to do a bit of work first. So let's get this done. When you got a spray the size of this, it really doesn't take long at all. Look at all them dead weeds. Just a little pass through here and the field is done. Now I'm just going to double check to see, because I see, are these a couple of little bits here? Looks like it. Yes, I think that's everything. Still a couple of little bits there, you see, so let's just go and see if we can try and find them. There we go, that's much better. Weeds all gone, so just one more field to tackle over here, and then we're going to have a look back at this forest road. So weed killing all done in both my oat fields. So now we can go to sleep and they'll be good, I'm hoping, next month. But before we go to bed, I've got a bit of an idea that I want to share with you to see what you think. It's a strange one. No, it's not strange. It's different. I just want to try and utilize some space a little bit more. And we did that access road, the little forest road. Well, I don't know if you can remember, but that forest road, the land, it came with a lot of like land around it. So I've just literally used a little bit there. So can we drop this down? Let's just see, can we? Yeah, we can drop that down. Let's drop that off. We'll spin around, put this back. So I want to try and utilize some of that land. Because I was thinking that I've got a couple more factories that I think could be good, and it goes with stuff we've got here. Drop that down. And let go. Beautiful. I'll pick my weight back up and then we'll go across. We'll park this up and we'll have a quick look and I'll show you what I'm thinking. So the tractor's all parked up and washed, ready to go again. It's a beautiful tractor, that is. Speaking of beautiful things, look at this. I thought it was about time. We're like what? Do you know what? I've even lost track of what episode we're on. 26, 27? We're getting well in there on these episodes. And I haven't got like a farm truck or anything to sort of just get about the place. And I thought, you know what? It's probably about time that I bought myself something. And I've got this. Chevy Silverado. Oh, what a beauty. Sounds like my car in real life. That's just beautiful. Right. Look at this. Detail in here. Oh, and we do have police lights, but we're not allowed to use them on the road. Look at this thing. So let's just take this over then to the new road. And we are going to... There's nobody on here, so we're just going to park this literally on my new road here. And we'll park up there. Turn it off. It's mighty expensive on fuel. So let's just go and have a quick little run around here, around the back here. Cross my grass, which is still growing. 100% fertilized. Beautiful. If we go deep into the forest. All this I own. But obviously, you see, I just want to utilize it. Now, again, we've got a lot of ground sort of work to do and trees to remove. And you can see where the original road is here. Well, it's the original road, the new road. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of, again, terrain work we need to do. But I'm thinking just utilize it because, look, all this here. I've got all this. And I mean, there's going to be a lot more this way as well. What I wanted to do is, I was thinking, I want to add a couple of more factories in because I've got like a beer making factory that we can do like with wheat and barley, strawberry beer and honey beer. Well, we've got all them things. So it gives us an incentive as well to put more wheat fields in and more barley fields in, not just for the chickens. So I'm thinking, well, this could be quite a nice area to use. Have a cut off from the main road and have like a second little business park over here. But also, I have rental properties, which means we can put them down and they generate me money per month every time we sleep. That sounds good to me. So we could build like a little housing estate as well as an area to put in these new factories. What do you think about that? So this is going to be a little bit tricky because, like, knowing where to sort of pick to sort of come out into the area here, I think what I'm going to do is just try and clear quite a lot of trees, a bit like I did with the road, clear more than I need to because we could always put some back in if need be. So what I've done is I've got my truck here and this thing in the back, it's like a little container. I mean, it is little. And this one, I've got my truck here. I'm going to put this thing back here because I will lose that. If I take this out into the forest with me, that's gone. I'm going to lose that. And what it is a little like wood storage unit. It's a mobile wood storage unit. You can pick it up. You can walk around with it. And, oh, see, I'm already losing it in the grass. Quick, put it back in there. Basically, if I cut a tree down, that stores the wood in there. And then because it's a production, we can come onto here and it will fill up with wood. But then at the top of the hour, it will distribute the wood over to the wood chipper. And the wood chipper I put here. Now, I did have a sell point here, which you might remember in a previous episode, but I got rid of that because I thought there's not much point for that. Really, when I've got, like, there's a sell point further up the road, which was used before. So this is based here. What if it's going to stay here? Probably not, because once we've done these trees, we might not need it, but for now, it's going to stay here. This will allow that little container to take the logs, bring it across to here. This will then process it into chips. And where do chips go? In there, or in that heating plant, or in there, you know, there's plenty of places here. So this is a good sort of place to have this here. So we need to get into the forest, and we need to start cutting some trees. Now, I don't know exactly where or what, but, oh, well, yeah, yep, let's cut trees with a jet washer. That's not going to work, is it? Let's just see about getting nice and low. Cut. Timber. No, I don't need to do anything with that, you see. So basically, we'll get rid of the stump. There's a little bit chipped off there we can get rid of as well if we just go a little bit closer to it so it goes red. There we go. So let's get rid of that. So basically, we can grab the container and we should be able to walk near the tree. And I'm going to put my help menu on here because I don't use much of this. I don't do a massive amount of logging. So if I come over to this here and find my tree, it should say store wood somewhere if I get near it. I don't know where the trigger point is on this little container. But yeah, somewhere it should say, can we rotate it? I don't know if I can, I don't know where the trigger point is on here. But this, hang on, I just seen it there. It says, where's the trigger point? Store wood. Ah, there we go, you see. Learn something new together every day. So, I've stored the wood in here. So that means, look, we've got 8,217 litres. So we can take 1.8 million in here. We've got 8,217. So every tree we cut down, we'll store it in here. Then it's just going to go across to the chipper for us. Now, I'm going to have to put this back because I will lose it. No, oh, I've already thrown it. Put it there because it will disappear. And I don't know if we can find it again. We should be, actually, we should be able to. So I think we can go on here and go tag place. And it should come up with a green beacon. It thinks it's over there. Yep, that's really going to help me find it if I lose this. Why does it think it's over there? Oh, I was hoping it was going to appear here. That's an interesting one. So, lesson for us all there. Don't lose the container because it thinks it's over there. Even if I go into the place and go, let's visit it. It thinks it's here. Why does it think it's there? Okay. Do not lose container. Bring container back to truck every time. So, I need to go into the forest now. Let's cut down a few trees. And we're just going to have to clear a bit of an area. I don't know how much of an area we're going to need. But let's just open some up. Okay, I've gone around and cut some trees down. So, let's go grab this. And let's just see if we can try and get some of these up. So, we should be able to just walk up to it. And yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So we're just trying to clear a bit of an area here. I'm not exactly sure how much, like I said, we're going to clear. Oh, yeah. Got a few little like stumps and bits that have chipped off that are going to be like still hanging around, but we know we can sort them out. This is so good. It just stores the wood in here. We're not losing anything. It's exactly the same. Is that? Yeah, that's the tree. I wasn't sure if that was like a bush. So yeah, we're not losing anything. It's exactly the same as if you cut the tree down and take it over and put it, like, you know, strip it off and put it into a log trailer and take it over that way. It's exactly the same. I just don't have to do any of that. It's so much easier just to walk around and store it all into here, and on the hour, it will just put it straight into the chipper for me. Saves all the transporting. I know it's not quite as real as doing it that way. There's nothing wrong with doing it, you know, taking it in sort of log trailer and doing it that way. But I'm just clearing the area. I'm not really, that's not the mission. We're not doing like a forestry thing. This is just clearing the area so I can actually try and make this into like a little, another business park without buying another field. Because I already own most of this. Bit bumpy, but is that, I think that's everything for now. Right, let's take the container back over here. We'll put it back in the truck because I am worried about losing it. And as we've already established, I can't track it down by going, oh, tag this place, because it thinks it's miles away. So we'll leave that there. Let's go and have a look and see how much wood's in there now. Ooh, 415,000. That's not bad going, that. So at the top of the hour, that will transport across automatically to the chipper, and it will start getting chipped into chips. So let's go and get rid of some of these stumps and these little chipping bits left. So I'm thinking this area up here could be quite good to have as like our rental property little estate area. Let's just go into construction menu so we can actually fly up a little bit and have a look. So yeah, I'm thinking if we make a gap in here and put like a gate, we can put this wall comes with gates, proper gates that attach to the wall, so it looks pretty good. So if we maybe get rid of this tree here, the problem is we've got to level the ground out, and that's my field, so I don't want to destroy that field too much because the ground, it's going to change a lot, as you can see. So we really got to be a bit careful not to get too close. It is going to look a bit weird from the field because, well, a bit like that does. But unfortunately, there's not really much we can do with that. It is just a grass field, so I'm thinking if we can keep away from it a little bit. So I think if we maybe come up a little bit, maybe right here somewhere, maybe take out these two trees here, and then we can get rid of that bit of wall there. See if we can, you know, come out. It just depends how the ground's going to go. Should we give it a go? Always a little tip from me then, this. Save your game first before tackling stuff which is going to ruin your game. And make sure you go to your settings here, where is it there, and turn the autosave off. You see, I've called mine YouTube, so I know this is what I use for YouTube and not just my own private Let's Play. Right, so we've done that, we've saved it. Autosave's off, so then if I do go and make a boo-boo, I can just go, oh, okay, quit the game, come back, and I've not gone and destroyed everything. So let's tackle this. So let's go from this side then, move them a couple of trees there. We'll go on to this landscape and demolish. And then if we click on here, and we'll just go and remove this section. We can always put it back in after, it's not a problem. Yeah, that's a good idea, that. Good section there. Now, we'll go up the bank. It's going to climb up the bank there. I think this could be... It will look quite good to come off this access road here and have, like... We could put a gate in or we could leave it open. I think a gated community to sort of will look quite good. I mean, there's different gates we can put in. We can put in the big luxury gates. Do we do that, or do we go for the gates that will actually fit this? So smaller, but the ones that will actually fit it. Well, we don't need to worry too much. I was going to show you the gates, but we don't really need to worry about gates just at the minute. That is the final kind of finishing product. So if we go into construction, actually before that, we can go on and actually save that now because I'm happy with that. Everything's okay there. We do need to have this, the trees gone, and we do need to have this bit of wall gone here. So we're going to construction and onto landscaping, and this is where it gets dangerous. Because this is where you do start wrecking everything. We're going to go up to the highest setting. Oh, I forgot about this. Hang on a minute. My little shortcut controls sometimes affect my landscaping controls. I don't really know what that is. It's to do with the running. Because I can speed walk, it's to do with that. It affects the controls. There you go. So things work better now. So we'll go back into landscaping. And we'll go on to this. And it just means now I can go and make that as strong. Now, we don't want to go too big because we want to have a bit of control over this. But we need it to follow this road out. And we're not going to go too close to the edge. We're going to stay away for now. And just see. Because if it messes this field up, oh, there's no way of fixing that. So let's just go back up here where I am. We'll sort of zoom in a little bit. And we'll go from the middle here, just in case that's not quite level on the edge. We'll go from here, we'll hold it, and we'll just start moving out slowly. And you'll see that the ground will start joining up. And it will start leveling up here. Now, it will be a little bit lumpy to start with, because we've only got a small working area, but we're trying to do a bit of an outline. So we'll just go through. This is just sort of setting our boundaries a little bit. So I think that there is going to be good. So this gets a little bit tricky now because you've got to try and turn your camera and still hold the button. Better if you've got controls. Maybe go on keyboard and mouse as well. But we want to sort of come along here again without destroying the edge. Try and get along here a little bit. Now, it does look lumpy, but not to worry. Because as soon as you sort of come back, it will start leveling out a little bit. We're just trying to set a bit of an edge. Yeah, looking pretty good. That it does take some time. This is why I normally do a lot of this stuff off camera. Let's just flatten this out here. Okay, we can let go of the button now. So we've got a bit of an edge. Like I said, it does look a bit rough, but we can tidy this up as we go. Don't want to go too close. We're going to leave a bit of a boundary here. We'll be able to cover this back up with grass. It'll look a little bit better. Now, we can come out a little bit more if I want to. We could take a few more off here and get a little bit closer over here. I just don't want to go too close to the edge because otherwise we're gonna ruin this field here. So if we go in here now, and we'll go a bit wider because we're going in the middle. We're still on the strongest setting. We'll start here and we'll just work our way through, and we can get close to the edge again, and you'll see it's sort of now it's all starting to come together a little bit. Again, we're not going too close to the edge, so we can just go back and forth on here. And you can see it's all looking pretty good. You can see that the round kind of shape, you can see how it's looking a bit funny and some of the colours disappearing. That's because it's not level. But then you can see over here, it's all formed, which means it is level. So that's a bit of a guide for you there. So we'll just come across here. We don't want to go too big, like near the gate. So we'll just go over there a little bit. Could try and go out a little bit more, but we've got to be very careful because it will very quickly go wrong and head towards my grass field. So because we're not going too much near the edge now, we are okay to sort of come along like this, and we can't even go bigger. We'll zoom out a little bit. Oh, that's weakening it. Let's zoom out. Get the right controls. And we'll just keep working our way over here now. Because we've already done all the groundwork here, we are okay. So we just need to go over it a few times just to make sure it is nice and smooth. You can see that circles all formed pretty well. So everything's looking good on that side. We'll come along here a little bit, so we don't want to go too close. Now, because this is level, we can take our finger off and actually turn around here now. So we just need to work out, what do we do? Do we use the road wall as our wall for the inside of this? Or do we go and put like another wall down the inside and sort of separate it all together? It's a bit tricky because you've got to try and obviously remember, we've got to try and, it shouldn't be too bad, but we should be able to come up with this along here. It's going to get rid of the grass, unfortunately, a little bit, but that's not a massive issue. We can sort that out. If we come close to it, it won't affect the road or anything because that's already been flattened out. The road's already level, so we should be okay to go along here. Just got to watch that we don't get any trees in this, because if we get trees in this, it's going to start, like, they'll disappear into the ground. So that's the start, really, of this new little area. Okay, let's go and have a quick look at proper view. Look at this. So obviously you won't see this from here because we can like wall this all off. Again, we might be able to get a bit closer. But yeah, it's going to look a bit rough from that side, but this side we'll be able to put a nice wall in. We could even keep with the same wall that we've got here, so it'll all like stitch together and flow nicely. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So we could just, I mean, we don't have to join it. We could get rid of the trees here. You know, actually, no, I suppose we could leave them. And we don't have to actually make it any bigger. We could just have like a few little areas on here. So if we go into productions and generators on here, you see, it's going to cost me money to put them in, but this makes me 888 a month, or up to anyway. So you can put this in here and it could be like a nice little housing area. So you've got another one here, all different types. Look at this one, 840. Could have this in and almost make like a nice little housing estate. And these all generate money, but again, they are costing 50,000 per go. So again, we can't do too many straight off. But I think this could be a nice little area. Now, we could either do houses to make money, or we could just have this. I mainly wanted to do it for businesses. So if we go into factories, I have got a couple of factories. I mean, I've got a lot of factories on here. But if we go across and have a look, there's a beer factory and a wine factory. Obviously, because we've got grapes, there are so many factories in here. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. So we can put this one down for beer. And then we've got a wine one, which is this one here. Now, they'll fit on here perfectly, apart from I've not got enough. Well, nearly. It's going to use a lot of my money to do the wine one. But maybe, do we worry about houses or not? Because I didn't realise that the income's not massive. 57-ish thousand per house for an up to £800 income. I'm not so sure if actually that's going to be worth it. Maybe having this as like a second little business park, just to put on a couple of these, like this little factory here. I think it'd be quite nice to do this because this does different beers. And I just think it'd be quite nice. We've got all the products now. And this one here is just simply grapes. So it'd be nice to send some of the grapes over and get some wine. It'd be something different. So maybe we should just stick to doing that. Well, I think for now, I'm going to leave this as it is. And then I'm going to wait to see if you guys say anything in the comments about what do we do. Do we make it into a little housing estate area with a little income per month off each house? Or do I just sort of have this as like a second little business park to put my beer factory and wine factory in? What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what we should do. So I think for now then we can fast forward some time so it gets to 6 PM and then the logs should go across to the chipper. So we should see now the logs have gone. Yep, we can see that the wood chipper is now going. It's all gone across into the stationary wood chipper and it's now making chips for us. So I think the best thing to do then is we'll take this. We'll go shut the tailgate up. Oh, contain it. She's in. We'll close the cover so we don't lose it. And really, I think that is all we can do for today. Next month, we've got 2 oat fields. Hopefully there's grass. I think everything's been fertilized. Yeah, pretty much. This grass has been done. That one has. Now, that one hasn't. But that one's been cut, so there's not really much going on with that one. Maybe we could go put some fertilizer on that one. And then really, we are done. So, we'll take this back to the farm. We'll grab a tractor and we'll grab my slurry spread, and I think we'll go put a layer of slurry on the grass. Something different. So let's jump into the new hole and we'll give this one a bit of a go. We'll back up to this. Now you might have seen that I have changed some colours of things. My trailer, tankers, sprayers, some things have now gone from the Massey colours to the New Holland. Now let's just go up to the cows and see. We've got 25,000 litres in here, which might be enough. I don't really know how much it's going to get through. But if we just go up to here, we'll be able to just sort of see, because we've gone into another hour, so we might have some more. Oh, yeah. A little bit more from the cows. 35,000 litres altogether. It says 88%. That should be enough. Let's head over to the grass field, and we'll just put a coating of slurry on and see how much we can get done with what's in here. I'm hoping a good amount of it, if not all of it. I really don't know how much we're going to get through, so I'll see you over at the field. Okay, so let's get lined up here. Let's go and activate the old guided steering. It's going off at a bit of an angle. Should be okay. We'll activate that. That'll keep us level. We'll go turn this on and we'll go fling some about. Oh, yes. Now, let's just go and speed up a little bit on this, otherwise it's going to take us a little while. Let's activate cruise control. 18, that's about right. Now, we are going a little bit off course, but it's not a massive issue. We'll just spin around. It's dropping quick. And I don't think it's ridiculous. We are going a little bit off the field here now, but I want to try and keep the guided steering. It keeps it in a line, so it's still catching one side. If I try and move it, we're going to be out of sync again. So, not to worry too much. It's free anyway, this is, so we can always come back. Let's just stop that. There we go. Let's turn these around now, so it'll get back in line here. Yeah, slug's free, isn't it, really? So, not going to worry too much. We'll put that back on again. Hey, you see, with the guided steering now, I haven't got to do anything. Leave it on cruise control, sit back and just enjoy the lovely smell. Quite good this is. Now, I don't do much of this, only because I kind of forget, really. I just go for the big 42-meter spreader, the solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer. But we've been having so much slurry, and I've just been putting it through that factory thing that converted to sort of change it into solid fertilizer. I just thought, you know what, let's get rid of that. Let's use my slurry tanker. It was red before, it's now blue. We just actually go through and do what you would in a proper farm. You would actually go and spread some slurry on your fields. You wouldn't go and convert it over. It doesn't even exist, that thing. So, let's just go and turn this around here. I do like this guided steering. It makes it so much easier. Let's go and activate it on the road and cruise control again. Now, we could go a little bit quicker. Let's go for 20. Yeah, we're doing alright here. So let's finish off and get this done and see how far we can get on this tank. You know, this has not been too bad at all, actually. I'm quite surprised. We've pretty much got through this. We've still got 20% left. So, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I don't know why. I thought this was going to absolutely drink through it. But no, it's been pretty good. Now, there is a teeny bit if we want to get right to the end. Very little bit you can see here. I mean, we'll go through. We'll do it. It's going to be a bit on the road as well, but, you know, not too bad. But yeah, I'm quite impressed, actually, that we've got all that done. So there we go. Break away from the guided steering. I can't see nothing here. Pushing all the wrong buttons. There we go. In the trees. Get out the trees. There we go. So a beautiful grass field spread with slurry. Let's just double check the map. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Yep, I'm happy with that. Now, does this slurry spreader do double application? Oh, it does as well. So that's probably why we didn't get through it as much. On double application means you can go from not fertilized at all to solid. So as you see here, that is only one stage fertilized. That's 2. So we could go for like this field here and go from nothing and turn it straight to the dark blue if we activate the double application. But then that will. So technically what we've used on here, double it. It will get through a lot. So that's probably why, because it was only doing single stage. So still pretty good though. So let's get this back to the yard. We'll park it up then. There's nothing left in slurry wise to fill up. So well, yeah, we'll park this up. And then I think that's going to be it. So we'll drop the spreader in here. We will go and park this back up over here. We'll just see if it needs a quick blast off. Get that in here under cover. Does it need a quick blast off? It looks like it. So that's pretty much going to be it for this episode, and also we're 20 past 6. That's going to be it for this in-game day. We need to go to bed, and hopefully next time we come back, we should have an oat field to do, or 2 oat fields to do, and then hopefully by that point then we will be able to sort of go through a few more little bits, and then I will get your decisions on what do we do. Do we just do a housing estate? Do we put the chainsaw away? That chainsaw in my tires. Do we do a housing estate? Do we do just a little business park? The main factories are going to be the wine factory and the beer factory. We could add more in there. We could expand out and have a massive business park. I don't know yet. They're the 2 that I really want on there because there's something different we've not done. We could look for other factories that are different that we haven't done. Put them on there. We've got a lot of land that we can expand out to. So what do we think then? Comment below. Let me know. Rental property income. Factories. I'm definitely going to do the factories, but do we do a rental property like a little housing estate and a business park, or do we just go for the business park? What would you like to see? Leave it in the comments below. But for now, we're going to leave this one here. Not too many jobs done, but I am trying to sort of space these out a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next month in game and in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you then.